If you're saying this, my life, this is what you need to know right now. First thing I was hearing is for you to come into serenity. It's for you to understand and receive your serenity. You guys are going to be seeing to it a lot. So at this time, I'm picking up the energy of your masculine, you're on the divine masculine journey. And you're being guided to allow yourself to move towards your desires. You're being guided to allow yourself to really unlock yourself, to free yourself from all the ways in which you've held back yourself, all the ways in which you've been inhibited, all the ways in which you've been persecuted, all the ways you keep on allowing your persecutor to hold you back, all the ways you keep on allowing the world to tell you who you are, who you can be. At this time, you're being guided to really acknowledge and see the truth for what it is. Where you are is not where you need to be. And you see the persecution at the bottom. Where you are is not where you need to be. At this time, you really need to allow yourself to be free. You really need to allow yourself to move towards your heart's desires. Where you are can no longer sustain you. It can no longer hold you. You are the divine masculine. Right now, you're allowing yourself to stay persecuted. You're allowing yourself to stay far away from where you need to be, who you need to be with. And at this time, you're being guided to honor your masculine nature of realizing that nobody can come to save you. You have to be the one to pack up your bags and say, okay, enough with this. I'm done with this. Enough with this. You guys will be saying to it a lot. Where you are is not where your heart is. You know, they say that where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. Be very truthful and honest with yourself. The person that is occupying your heart, the things that are occupying your heart, the things that you want to do, that is where you are being pulled to go to. But right now, you're trying to use logic to give yourself reasons to stay where you are currently, to continue to stay where you are. But you're not supposed to stay where you are. At this time, that's why it's like the persecution will continue. You will continue to be hassled, to be troubled, to be frustrated, because spirit is trying to get you to live where you are. And if the circumstances are very comfortable, you will not live. You will not want to switch up your environment. That's why spirit is making it very difficult for you to continue to stay where you are. That's why all these changes are happening for you. That's why it feels like things are falling apart, because you guys are supposed to be moving. You're supposed to be elevating. You're supposed to be going towards where you can be creative, where you can be free, where you can allow yourself. Because at this point where you are right now, you're not able to use your creative gift. You're not able to use your creative skills. You're not able to use your creative talents. You guys, it's almost like you are dead to your higher self, because you're just playing as it's your ego, is your 3D man, is your ego, that egotistical energy of saying, okay, no, this is what I want because I've been working towards this. This is what the world has told me that I need to work towards. You're allowing that keep you in your lower states. You're allowing that keep you in your lower state. You're killing yourself, you're stressing yourself, you're not happy, you're not enjoying, you're not creative, you're not happy. That's just it. I'm just picking up this energy of sadness, of anger, of frustration. That's just all I'm picking up. That's like you're just angry, you're just frustrated, you're sad, you want something, you have this longing to be with the divine feminine, you have this longing to be with your divine partner, you're looking forward to you're longing for them. That's the energy, like you're longing for them. You guys are going to be saying 888, 2828, 2929. And right now, divine feminine, God has moved divine feminine. Spirit has moved divine feminine to focus on our goal, to focus on our journey, to focus on our creative vision. Divine feminine right now is nurturing and birthing a creative baby. Divine masculine, how long will you allow yourself to continue to stay where you cannot be free? To continue to stay where you are all just persecuted? How long will you allow yourself to not resurrect into your higher self? How long will you allow yourself to stay where you're being persecuted, where you're being abused, where you're being looked down upon, where you're being demeaned, where you're being insulted, where you're not being seen? How long are you going to stay where you're being kept mummified, where you've been told to shush, where you cannot communicate freely, where you cannot be your fullest you cannot be in your fullest energy, you cannot be in your most creative energy, you cannot shine as a divine masculine? How long are you going to allow yourself to continue to stay in that role? How long are you going to allow yourself to continue to stay in that environment? You have to free yourself. You have to really free yourself. Take the key and open the cage. The key that is going to allow you to move into this new beginning is this love from the divine feminine that keeps pulling on you, that keeps activating and initiating dormant pools of energy within you that you don't even know you have within you, sitting within you. Is this movement, is this love from the divine feminine that is going to give you the key for you to escape this prison, for you to escape this mind fuckery, for you to escape this place that's held you down, that's kept you captive, that's kept you bound, that's persecuted you. How are you going to allow yourself to go from this skinny, frail looking guy to become the divine masculine in its full essence, oozing with all those beautiful, sweet, masculine energy, not toxic masculinity, not killing yourself for someone else, not being a servant to someone else's desires and whims, where you can step fully into the light God has prepared for you, where you can step fully into the image God has prepared for you. Hey guys, there's a move that needs to happen. You'll be seeing 888 a lot. There's a move that needs to happen. You're moving to a new home, you're moving to a new city, you're moving to a new country. We are actually relocating to somewhere that is going to be more creative, to somewhere that is going to allow your creativity to flow freely, to somewhere where you are going to be able to express your fullest creative self. Your most creative self will come to light, will spring to light. What I'm saying is like you busting out, because your creativity has just been tamped down in this your current environment. You guys, you are being moved, and this movement, you are being moved to a new location, to a new place, to a new home, to a new level. Are you going to allow yourself to make this move? The divine feminine has made the move. The divine feminine has jumped in. And because they've also made the move, that has also stimulated this urge within you to also free yourself. And the urge will get stronger and stronger and stronger until you pack up and go to where God needs you to be. How long do you want to continue to be persecuted, to be held back, to be imprisoned, to be chained up, to be bound up, to be caged up? How long do you want to stay like this, persecuted? Okay, there's a vision well for you. Divine masculine, you guys, you've been in this energy for the past, for a long time right now. You've been trying to find your way around, and spirit is like, this freedom, this joy is only going to come through divine feminine. So whenever you are ready to get with the program, the spirit has all the keys and the steps and the clues for you to take, for you to get to your happiness, for you to get to your happily ever after, for you to get to this creativity that wants to bloom out of you. At this time, I want you to pay attention to your dreams. You guys will be seeing 333s a lot. You'll be seeing 888. You'll be seeing 2828 a lot. At this time, I want you to pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are going to be showing you, okay, what is your immediate next step? Your dreams have been speaking to you, but you guys, you've been very stubborn. You've been very stubborn, and it's like the more you resist these messages from your higher self, the more your physical environment, the more it becomes frustrating, the more harrowing it becomes, because you are actually being made to be ejected forcefully from where you are, because where you are is not supporting your higher self, is not supporting God, is not supporting you. That is not who God made you to be. That is not where God made you to stay. Okay, so at this time your dreams are going to be very, 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 very vivid. Spirit, do you have any final message for them? Because I saw this tarot deck in my mind's eye. Thank you. All right, so you've got the monk, hermit, wisdom, solitude, guidance. Okay, so this is not time for you to be trying to hang out with your friends or telling your friends that, okay, this is what I need to do. This halo around you right now, I'm picking up that is also right now you should be in solitude. You can never reach out to divine feminine, because the message I channeled before this was divine feminine is being told to focus on our goals and our dreams, and so she doesn't even have time for you. Even as you're trying to communicate telepathically with her higher self, our angels, our ancestors, our spirit guides, they're blocking it up because they need her to focus on what she needs to do. The more she focuses on what she needs to do, the more you are forced to live where you are, so that you can go into the environment where both of you can come into creative union for God. So at this time, divine masculine, you are being pulled into solitude. You are going to be more introspective, because you need to pay attention to your dreams. You need to pay attention to the codes that your higher self is dropping into your consciousness. Don't allow yourself I remember hearing like some of you try to make plans with your friends because you're trying to be distracted, because you know when you're alone, the thoughts that fill you up just makes you want to like just pack up your bags and disappear into the night. So you try to make plans with your friends, but your friends will, at the last minute they'll cancel on you, because you know why? Your higher self wants you to sit your ass by yourself with yourself and get these downloads that being dropped to you on how you need to move forward. That's the energy right now. Spirit is just like, you guys, did you really have to make me come to this point where I have to force you to do these things? Where I actually have to make everything around you collapse because you need to jump timelines, because you need to shift into a new reality? Did it have to come to this point? That's the vibe from spirit right now. That's the energy spirit is there right now. Okay, so divine masculines, you are going to be in this place of being the empress. This is the empress card. This is a monk. Being in solitude, receiving direct guidance from God. You are being, you see, your energy was never made to be dependent on someone else's whims and desires. You are never supposed to be controlled, and that's the falsehood and delusion you've wrapped yourself around and you've accepted. You've accepted you're not supposed to be a salary earner. You were never meant to be a salary earner. You're someone who was supposed to bring dreams into reality and create new visions, create new ways of life, give people new experiences, almost like give them new rule books, give them new guidelines of this is another way to live life. That is who God made you for. You were not made to be earning salaries. No. Yeah, so at this time, your independent nature is rising. Your independent spirit is rising. They are shouting in your ears. You guys be very careful of accidents with red cars. They are shouting in your ears right now because you're needing to take yourself away from every place that's kept you prisoner. And this place is, yeah, basically, it's just like, it's your mind fucking you up. It's your 3D mind and your ego that is making you not want to bust out. But I'm seeing you eventually bust out. But how long is it going to take? Are you going to allow yourself to be beaten down to the extent that you can, in the end, only crawl out? Because spirit is like, if that's what it takes, that's what happened. But you are living where you are anyways. As much as you try to resist it, it's still going to happen. You guys, at this time, be very careful when driving or you're in a car. I'm saying something about a collision with the red vehicle. Alright, Spirit, is there anything else you want them to know at this time? Divine masculines, why are you so... Any final message for divine masculine at this time? Thank you. I was seeing this deck and I was seeing that other deck, so actually saw this deck first. So let's go through this first and see what you have there. The cylinder. I saw this deck first. Okay, so you got priestess. I didn't want to pull this deck first because this is the very feminine deck, but they're telling me to use it for the very masculine. So this is priest. How are you being called to step up and lead? What did I tell you about you guys? You're moving, you're journeying, you're moving, you can't stay where you are. What's wrong with you? I'm just channeling spirit's energy right now. Spirit is really frustrated with you guys because you're being very stubborn. Actually, the word you're telling me is like you're being very hard-headed. In Rama, where are you being called to journey to? Priestess, which is you're the priest. How are you being called to step up and lead? How are you being called to step up and lead? In Rama, where are you being called to journey to? Alright. And on that note, I've been told to cap this reading. I love you so much, divine masculine. Please do what you need to do.